Hi, I'm Kathy Magnuson from Wildwood Learning. Today's topic is vision boarding for teachers. You may ask, what is a vision board? Well, I have an example right here behind me of one of the vision boards that I've created. A vision board is a visual of an intention or a vibe that you want in your life. Vision boarding is a really easy process that can have a lot of impact. Plus, it's enjoyable. There's not a lot of supplies that you need to create your vision board. You need to have a scissors, a glue stick, or maybe double-sided tape, some way to adhere it to whatever you're going to put your pictures on, and then a stack of used magazines. So you take your magazines and you can do a vision board in a couple different ways. I'm going to describe to you like 2 different ways that you can use vision boards. Now, the first thing that you need to know is that there's no right or wrong way to do a vision board. One way to do it is to set a timer and to not overthink it. So you go through the magazines, set your timer for about 30 minutes as you go through magazines, just whipping out pictures, colors, things that really just resonate with you. Put them aside once your timer goes off, then clean up your mess and pull the pictures or the colors. You can do words, but in this process, kind of shy away a little bit from the words. And then set your timer again for 30 minutes or so and lay those pictures out. And you can start trimming them up and then arranging them how you want them to go. Once the timer's done, you're done, finish it up. Don't take much longer because you don't want to overthink this process. There's a lot of different things that you can use to put your vision board on. I've brought a few. This is like one of the really large pieces of tag board, and I've purchased an inexpensive frame to go around it so I can put it in and hang it up in a place that I can see. There's also smaller pieces of tag board that you can use. Another cool idea is that you can buy these composition notebooks. You can pretty much get them for about 50 cents or so when it's, especially when it's a back to school sale. I pick up a whole bunch of them, and then I use the cover of the notebook in the back to create a vision board. I'll show you an example of that in a few minutes. Also, you can use like these little mini folders, especially if you're doing it with students. This is really cool. And you can use the inside and outside. They can create their vision board on that. Or you can get some larger, kind of neat looking folders. These are kind of pretty. And put your vision board on the inside of that folder. So there's lots of different things that you can use for your vision boarding process. Now, and I'm going to step over here and show you just a few examples. I'll be right back. Hi, I'm back again here now with a few examples of how you can possibly use this in your classroom. So if you choose to do the way that you want to have a vibe where you're just like doing a time period, that you can have as like how you want to kind of show up in the world and what you want that to kind of feel like for yourself. Other ideas is you can use it around poetry. So in this example, I selected a poem, and then I also selected images to go around that poem, images about how I want to feel, and also what feelings kind of came to the forefront for me when I read this poem. Another idea that I talked about is that here I got this is just a sketchbook, and I do several different visions in them. This one's all about my values and what I value, and I made it into quadrants, and I put some words on there and pictures. Then I talked about using a notebook. This one's for like meetings that I go to, And it's how I want to show up as far as in education, how I want that to feel for me and feel for the people that I'm interacting with. And so I put these on here. You could do one on strengths. I have a strength activity that I do with young people, and then we get together and create a vision board to remind us about what our strengths are. You can do it around relationship building, so you can create a vision board around like how you want your relationships to be with your students. So there's a whole bunch of different ideas out there how you want to do it, a vision board. And as I said before, it's not right or it's not wrong. Everybody's is going to be different and unique. The one important part of this process at the very end is to share. Share out your vision board with other people, with a group. You can have students sharing with students. You can have students sharing with you. It's really fun to get together with some adult beverages and a group of friends and then share out your vision boards at the end of the evening. However you do this, make it so it's shareable. Now, why would you want to do a vision board? What's the importance of it? The importance of it is that it reminds you. It reminds you of how you want to show up in the world, what kind of vibe maybe you want to have. And it also reminds you, if you do it on your values or your strengths, the importance of who you are. Also, it's about sparking joy. Joy in learning. It's a positive classroom culture, and when we can bring anything that's fun and joy-filled into our classroom, it can just spark that joy about learning about other people and learning about yourself. So I hope that you can take what I've given you here as examples. I also have a document that I will be sending out. So click below, sign up for my newsletter, and you will get a document that's filled with ideas and the process of vision boarding and how you can use that with your students. Also subscribe to the Wildwood Learning YouTube channel. I have lots more ideas that I'm going to be sharing with you about how you can bring social emotional learning into your classroom and spark that joy of learning.